Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's New Year's Eve, it's the 31st of December and it's just gone past 8 PM here in the UK, which means the holiday event part 2, and both of the holiday events in fact, are now finished. So we're going to have a quick recap and see how we got on during the event. So if we have a look at age 0 to 13, and we'll first check out our hundos that we managed to get. We managed to get 5 hundos during, this is both holiday part 1 and holiday part 2. They followed on straight after each other. Holiday part 1 running from the 18th of December until the 25th of December, Christmas Day. And holiday part 2 running from the 25th of December to the 31st of December, which is today, New Year's Eve. So the hundos we managed to get a Hundo Sneasel on the 18th, so the first day of a holiday part 1, we managed to get a Hundo Sneasel, as well as a Mr. Mime. This was on the special research that I think everybody got, or it might have been the one where you actually got the ticket in fact, the one where you got the emote as well. So Mr. Mime, glaring Mr. Mime, Hundo, really nice Hundo to get. We also got a Hundo Kyurem that was during the raid hour of that first holiday part 1 event. We then had Lickitung, which was yesterday. We managed to get this Lickitung. It was a hatched Lickitung, so out of a 2 keg, I was hoping for a side up, but in fact I got a Lickitung. So 5 keg actually, I think it was. Yes, 5 keg, sorry. So 5 keg, Lickitung, 4-star. And then today, just before the event finished, within the last half an hour, we managed to get a Hundo Spheal with the costume, the winter holiday costume. Obviously, this was about last year in the wild, but this year it was only in the wild in part 1 of the event. In part 2, you could only find this winter holiday costume Spheal on research tasks. So managed to get a Hundo one of them, which I was really happy about in the last half an hour. In terms of shinies, we managed to get quite a lot of shinies really. So we're going to go through them right now. So let's type in age 0 to 13 and shiny. So we finished off with a Sneasel. So this is going in reverse order. So we finished off with a Sneasel today. So that's what captivated our event off. And that's probably going to be my last and final shiny of 2023. So a shiny Sneasel, quite a common one. 1 in 64 odds, so nothing to really rave about, but it is a really nice shiny when it goes pink. We then had a shiny Bronzor as well, 1 in 64. Vulpix as well, 1 in 64, as well as Doromoka. We ended up actually getting Doromoka. It was a crazy amount of odds. I'll put it up on the screen as well. We ended up getting a Snorunt, a shiny Snorunt, which you'll be able to see here. And then we ended up getting, about 2 clicks later, we ended up getting a shiny Doromoka. Then the next click, back to back, we ended up getting another shiny Doromoka. And then about 4 minutes later, we managed to get another shiny Doromoka, this one being a level 1 as well. So you can see that on the screen now, the journal, it was pretty insane. 11 minutes from getting the Snorunt to the 4th shiny, which was at Doromoka. So 11 minutes to get 4 shinies. Pretty insane luck. Abra, we managed to get Zigzagoon, bit of a random spawn, but it was off the incense. So Zigzagoon, another Sneasel, Bronzor, Sneasel again, Vulpix, another Vulpix, Sneasel, Vulpix again. So Vulpix didn't seem to sparkle for me until the last few days of the event, and then all of a sudden I ended up with about 7 of them. Doromoka again, glaring Doromoka. I was clicking on them mainly for the XL candy, but it kept on sparkling as well, so wasn't too shabby. Not a really bad one to do for a lucky trade if anybody has got a rubbish one of those. Most of these ones that I'm getting are rubbish RVs, so if anybody is wanting a lucky trade or thinking of something to do for a lucky trade, Galarian Doromoka Shiny is a really good one. It is a really good ice type, so that's one to definitely bear in mind. Vanillite, so I finally managed to get a Vanillite. This did have a Spotlight Hour. Unfortunately, I missed out on the Spotlight Hour. Didn't manage to get one during that, but the day after the Spotlight Hour, so on the Wednesday, we did manage to finally get one in the wild. So it was really, really cool. The Gotcha actually managed to get this one for me. So it was super cool to check my storage after I'd been for a drive and to see that Vanillite had been caught by the Gotcha. Really, really cool. Abomasnow in the wild. We had 2 of these during the event, one right at the start, which you'll see soon. But this one was in the wild, and it was a 93 stats as well. So super, super happy about that. I hadn't got a decent shiny Abomasnow, so to Mega Evolve. So with having that in the wild, I definitely Mega Evolve that as soon as I got it. Shiny Cryogonal, quite a cool one to get after the Cryogonal research day that it had. Sandshrew, Alolan Sandshrew, only one of those during the event that I got. Another Doromoka, another Cryogonal, Zapdos, obviously that was in raids during the weekend, so I managed to get a shiny Shadow Zapdos as well. Solosis, never had a Solosis before, so that was a really cool one to get. We then had a Rhyhorn, obviously during the Rhyhorn raid day. Sneasel, Doromoka, Bidoof, also these were all during the Rhyhorn raid day. As you'll see, we had another Rhyhorn and another one, so we had 3 Rhyhorns in total during the raid day. We had Seedot in the wild, Swinub, Charizard in the wild, really, really cool shiny to get in the wild, Doromoka, Sneasel again, and Spheal with a costume. Like I say, during week 1 in the wild, Spheal was appearing. We also then had another Sneasel, another Doromoka, Sneasel again, Abomasnow in the wild, a level 1 Abomasnow, really, really cool to find a level 1 in the wild that sparkles. And the first shiny of the event, and probably the best one, one of the ones that I really wanted, is that Pikachu, the holiday costume Pikachu. Obviously a new costume for this year as well. Not had this costume on before, so it was a really, really cool one to get. So shiny Pikachu is probably the best shiny of my event. But as you can see, we got 44 shinies. A lot of repeats, a lot of the higher odds, the 1 in 64 odds with the likes of Sneasel, Doromoka, Vulpix as well, all of those higher odds, as well as Bronzor, for example. So a lot of higher odds Pokemon, but we did get a lot of the 1 in 512 odds as well, the rarer ones. But unfortunately, the one I was hunting for more than anything was that Psyduck, and that just seemed to be so elusive. It very rarely spawned in the wild, but when it did, I've rushed over to it, but none of them actually ever managed to sparkle for me. So that Psyduck, unfortunately, remains yellow for me, and I cannot find a blue one. Hopefully it appears again next year during the winter holiday. Hopefully this costume Psyduck reappears next year during those winter holiday events. So let me know in the comments below, did you manage to get a Psyduck during your winter holiday? Part 1 or part 2. Obviously in part 1 it was in research, part 2 it was in the wild. So let me know what you think about the holiday events as well, both parts. Thanks very much for watching. I hope everybody has a great New Year's, and I'll see you very, very soon in 2024. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you again soon.